So if you want to go online and maybe take a little bit of a preview of the mattresses that we have an entire assortment. It's really interesting because on HSN TV, when you're watching, we may show a few mattresses in 1 hour, but there is an entire department store, believe it or not, of many selections that we never air on HSN TV. So we wanted you to know that that's an option for you. Happy Sunday to you. It's great to have you shopping with us. I'm Marlo Smith. This hour is an electronic hour. Next hour, we're going to be moving in the Not Just White sale, including that Simmons mattress. But I'm holding in my hand a GPS that's great. GPSs are really wonderful. I'm not sure if you have one or not. If you don't, it can really just change the way that you drive. It saves you time because they instinctively are going to direct you in the shortest path to be able to get to your destination a lot faster. It's going to save you on your fuel. This one actually has a special feature, I can't remember the name of it, that allows you to be able to not only manage that distance so that you are really being more efficient with the fuel. And with the way gas prices have been going up lately, that's a good idea. This also gives you a chance to be able to have 6 million points of interest that are built into it, which simply means if I feel like I want Italian food for dinner, I can go in here and use my GPS as an internet. The big story on this one is that for a lifetime, you get traffic updates and map updates. And that is uncommon and unusual on most other GPSs. It's a feature that's offered, but you have to pay for it. This comes automatically with it. Don Davis is our GPS expert. This is already a customer pick. When we met, I think you told me it has, what, over
100 people. I mean, don't take our word for it. Over 100 people have made this nearly a 5-star customer pick. And the great thing about Garmin, and I'm proud to say this because I don't know of another brand line that can say this, every single Garmin I've ever had on the air here at HSN has been a customer pick. Yeah, every single one. Think about that for a minute.
It's probably one of the biggest brand names that's out there, too. Yeah. So I think a lot of people appreciate that. And there are a lot of different features that are built into it. But you're right. For this to have over 100 reviews, that's a customer pick. Yeah. I guarantee you, I didn't read those reviews, but I guarantee you one of the things that people talk about is how much money it saves you on that lifetime of traffic updates and maps, because that can cost a lot of money annually. That's a huge, I mean, I was on with Robin Wall this morning. She said she just got a notice in from her car dealership where she bought her car. There's time to update her maps on her installed system on her GPS in her car. $120. Yeah. $120. Now, with Navtech, that's the mapping system that does all the maps for every Garmin out there, the #1 mapping company in the world. They release new maps every quarter. So basically every 3 months, new maps come out. So based on that math, if you had to update those maps every 3 months through a car dealership, you're looking at over $400 a year just in map updates. In addition to that, it's about $60 or $75 per year for your traffic information. So when you add it all up, it's easily over $400 a year that you're getting with the free traffic and the free map updates, and this is for the life that you own the GPS. I mean, think about how convenient this is. Every time that the interstate's finally, construction's finally over, all the new exits are in, you can go update your maps. A new neighborhood opens up, you can go update the maps, and it doesn't cost you a dime to do it with the Garmin. All you do is take the included USB cable, you're going to go to Garmin's website as soon as you receive this at home and register your Garmin, then anytime map updates are available, they'll let you know. You go to their website, download them, it doesn't cost you a thing.
It doesn't cost you a dime every time that you update it. That's a huge advantage over any other manufacturer out there right now, the fact that you get free maps for the entire lifetime. Then traffic on top of that. And I want to talk about this because I'm telling you right now, this is the #1 feature that you will use every single day of your life are the traffic reports, because the way it works is very simple. This is the same traffic reports that you hear on the radio station where you have traffic and weather top and bottom of the hour every 15 minutes. But the difference is you're getting it in real time. You will actually see a traffic incident pop up on your Garmin before you hear it on the radio because it's the same information they use. They just don't have to wait until a break in order to bring you that information. So no longer are you going to be stuck in that traffic jam and then hear about it on the radio. I mean, nothing's more frustrating than you're sitting in a traffic jam and they say, yeah, there's a big tie-up on I-4 right now. It looks like it's about a half-hour delay.
Right.
If I'd have known that 20 minutes ago, I wouldn't be sitting in it right now. With the Garmin, you get that advance notice, and not only do you get a notice of the incident, it will tell you exactly exactly what it is, whether it's construction, whether it's an accident, whether it's just heavy traffic.
Do you know how much
It'll tell you what lanes are
you?
closed. And then the important thing, it gives you the option to avoid it, and it calculates for you automatically to where even if you're in a city you're not familiar with, it knows where those side streets are. It knows how to get you around it. It will save you the time. It will save you the frustration. And you said it earlier, it'll save you the money. I mean, what's it cost to sit in a traffic jam for 30 minutes right now when you're paying over $3 a gallon for gas?
Listen, if you'd like to have it, we have free shipping and handling for the weekend only. I just met a great gal in the nail salon the other day who had just arrived in the Tampa Bay area from Ohio. She was brand new. It was the first day here. Poor thing, she didn't know.
Trying to find a place to live.
Well, you got to find a place to live. Yeah. You don't know where anything. You don't know where the grocery store is. You don't know where anything is. If you are moving to a new city, if you are relocating, if you are sending a son or a daughter, or your niece or nephew is maybe going away to university or college, or just took a new job in a different place, I'm telling you, this is going to just change everything for you. Because we've talked about those 6 million points of interest. It's like having the yellow pages or having the internet built into it. So if you're looking, like I said, for a restaurant or for a hospital or for a gas station or, like I said, for a supermarket, you go in, you use it almost like a computer. It gives you the address, it gives you the phone number, it pulls up for you automatically when you're in the car. These are wonderful. I don't know if you own a GPS. If you do, please call us. Because I know for those of us that own GPSs, we are passionate people about them. And once you get a GPS, the one resounding thing that I hear people say all the time is, why did I wait to buy one? We think of it only as getting us from point A to B, and it's going to do that perfectly for you, believe it or not. Somebody can give you their address, and they could be in a completely different state, and you never have to call them for directions, because not only are you visually going to be able to see the directions, but this particular GPS actually speaks to you, doesn't it?
That's right. It has text-to-speech technology. Other GPSs out there have what's called turn-by-turn directions. Very simply, it'll say turn left, turn right. That's it. With this Garmin, you can get text-to-speech technology, which means it actually calls out the street name, so there's no confusion. And the big difference here is at night when you're driving, or during a storm when it's raining or snowing and you can't see street signs, you don't have to with the Garmin, because it knows where the streets are, it knows the names of those streets, and it calls out those street names. So it'll say in 1/2 mile turn left onto State Street instead of just saying in 1/2 mile turn left. Well, you know what? I don't know about you, but if I'm doing 40 miles an hour down a road, I can't tell you how far a 1/2 mile is by distance, because you just can't gauge it. And you glance over to GPS and there'll be all kinds of streets coming up. How far is a 1/2 mile? With the Garmin, it doesn't matter. It'll call out that street name for you to where you know exactly where you're going. And the thing I love about it is if you do make a wrong turn, instead of, going through all this, problem of reprogramming or anything, it automatically recalculates. It'll very simply say, when possible, make a U-turn, or recalculate to take you to the next intersection and turn you off and bring you back around where you need to go. And there's nothing that you have to do. It happens all automatically and very simply and easily. Now, you mentioned 6 million points of interest. That's a little intimidating for people. I say 6 million points of interest. Well, this covers the entire United States, plus Canada, plus Alaska, plus Hawaii, because they say United States. A lot of them don't include Alaska and Hawaii. This one does. Also includes Puerto Rico, pre-programmed in and ready to go. Now, the 6 million points of interest are broken down into categories to show you how simple and easy this is to use. If you need to find something, all you have to do is come up on your main menu. When you do, you've got two options: where to, view map. You say where to. You go into your points of interest, and it actually brings everything up by subcategories with visuals. So if you're looking for food, you just hit the spoon and the fork. And from that point on, you can break it down into categories. What type of food are you looking for? Like you said earlier, are you in the mood for Italian food, Chinese food, Mexican food? Whatever you might be looking for, you can search for it, and it can bring it up through a subcategory to where you're not going through this endless list of restaurants. To make it even simpler, Garmin starts with the closest location to where you currently are and works out from there. That way, whatever comes up is going to be the closest to you. But then there's the telephone number. You can call ahead on your cell phone and say, what are your specials? Are you busy?
That's the part I like.
What's your dress code? All these different things that you can do before you even arrive. And that's the convenience of having this, because those 6 million points of interest are going to have those telephone numbers. What do you spend on 411 calls on your cell phone? I mean, now most cell phone companies charge anywhere from $1 to $2 for each 411 call just to get a telephone number. And the problem then, you do automatic dialing, you don't even have the telephone number. You just use it that one time through information, and you don't even have it. You've got it in here. All 6 million points of interest, guess what? Telephone numbers are there. And with the free map updates that you get with this, that includes points of interest. So if a business changes, goes out of business, new business opens, telephone numbers change, all those updates come with the free map updates that you get, so you get the points of interest also.
It's worth it alone. We are inviting you to shop. We've sold nearly 300 of these. We're offering it for the weekend because we're recognizing Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So we've got special pricing, free shipping and handling, and on 4 flexible payments. You know who you are if you need a GPS or if you'd like to gift it to someone, because maybe you're excellent with directions, but your wife isn't. Or your husband isn't, or your daughter isn't.
Maybe just think you're excellent with directions.
Yeah, yeah. You know, but this, you can see. Also, I think an important thing to call out is the size of this GPS.
Yeah.
This is a 4.3 inch, and if it's one thing that I've heard people say over the years, is they...
mile, then turn left on...
Now, what you're hearing is the voice of the GPS.
That's right.
So you keep your hands on the wheel. And don't you love that it announces the name of the street?
3.5 miles.
So if you look at this, it allows you to keep your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel. Nice, big, easy font to read, but nice voice, clear voice that's giving you...
You can choose your voices, too.
That gives you the range of the distance, and it announces the name of the street. Your experience is going to be beautiful. So let's recap for a moment. Garmin GPS, special value for the weekend. This specific model gives you a lifetime. Now, I want you to think about that. Not 1 month or 3 months or an annual, a lifetime of traffic updates and maps. That's huge, and that is not a common feature that just automatically comes when you buy a GPS. Typically, when you buy a GPS, that is an upgrade, an upsell. So it is something that they say, oh, it's available, by the way, and then you get the little pamphlet and you read it closely, and it costs X amount of dollars to upgrade it every couple of months. That's not the case with this. This, out of the box, gives you peace of mind that you, as long as you own this, are going to always have the most updated information in traffic and in maps, and that's what people want. I mean, the whole point of giving a GPS is that you want to be able to arrive to your destination in the shortest amount of time and without getting lost. So this gives you a chance to make certain that that happens for you, that large screen, the easy font, but there are additional features that are built into it, like a pedestrian mode, right?
Pedestrian mode, where it actually gives you walking directions, because if you'll notice, the one I'm holding, there's nothing hooked up to it. You get up to 5 hours of battery time on this.
Nice.
And with the pedestrian mode, it gives you walking directions, because that's important if you're walking around with it, because other people say, well, my GPS is portable, but if it doesn't have a pedestrian mode, here's the issue you're going to run into. One-way streets. If it thinks you're in a car, it will walk you all the way around the block to get you to your destination because it thinks you're in a car. If you put this in pedestrian mode, it'll walk you straight up the one-way street because it knows that you're walking. In addition to that, it has a bicycle mode, which acts as a slow-moving vehicle where it doesn't think you're in a traffic jam, or even worse, that you're running at 15 miles an hour down the road, but also points out bike routes for you and bike trails if they're available in your area to give you those additional routes in a bicycle mode. So the portability of it is truly portable. Unlike the one installed in your car, you can't take that anywhere with you, whereas this unit, you can take it from car to car to car. I also love the fact that you can sit in your living room on battery power with your family, plan your entire vacation, places you want to stop, places you want to see, places you want to go, save everything as a favorite, take it with you. If this perfectly legal, take this to the airport, no problems whatsoever. Then when you get to your destination, here's the shocker, you're going to save $20 to $25 per day from the car rental agency because you don't have to rent a GPS through them. Yours is already programmed and ready to go. You're going to pull out of that airport parking lot with your GPS, with all the information saved in it, what you're familiar to using, and you're going to drive like a local.
All right. A couple of other features. Remember I talked about being more fuel efficient? I didn't know that, it's called the Eco route.
Eco mode. And what it does, it calculates based upon the information you put in there on your vehicle. What's your average city miles per gallon? What's your average highway miles per gallon? You program that in along with the average price per gallon of gas. From that point forward, everywhere you go, it will give you an estimate of how much it's going to cost you to drive to that place. It doesn't matter if you're going around the corner or you're going on a 1,000-mile trip. It will give you an estimated fuel cost. When you get back from your trip, it will give you an actual fuel cost based upon the distance that you traveled. This is great when you're trying to budget for a vacation or budget for a trip.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen the prices of gas? My producer today said she paid $3.40.
That's right.
I heard some commentator on the news that said it could potentially go up to $5.
$5 a gallon by the end of the year.
And I'm like, oh, my word, I drive an SUV.
Yeah.
I need a new little car, a little bicycle, a little moped or something to get to work. So I love the idea of that feature that's built into this.
Because it has the fastest route, the shortest route, and the most economical route.
That's huge for a lot of people. You realize that. I mean, fuel is very expensive, and so that's one more feature that I want to talk about. And remember, keep those phone calls coming. Free shipping and handling for the weekend. This is a special introductory price. You don't find GPSs like this, and at the introductory price, you're saving quite a bit of money because we're going to sell this for $219. So this is going to be $40 more, and you don't want to wait until it goes up to that HSN price. And the reason why this costs just a little bit more than most of them is because we're giving you a lifetime of traffic updates and maps. One more feature I want to, if we can, talk about that lane assist.
Lane assist, very important. How many times have you gone down the interstate and another GPS may say exit 1 mile? Naturally, your inclination is to start moving over to the right because you think the exit's on the right. Well, that's not always the case. I know here in Tampa and Orlando, we have a lot of left-hand exits. Well, all of a sudden you get up there and your other GPS has told you the exit's there. It just didn't say that it was on the right-hand side. With Highway Lane Assist, it will show you exactly which lane you should be in. That way there's no confusion that you're going left or you're going right off the interstate. Makes it much more simple to use and takes a lot of stress out of your drive.
I love that feature. So Don is back at 7 p.m. tonight. We're going to see you then. Thank you. Awesome GPS.
It's cool.
No, it is. It's one of the best that we've had. Yep. It's feature rich, which I like. Coming up next, we're going to be giving you a look at a Simmons mattress. If you